the Pokemon trading card game is something I never really understood as a kid. And now, here I am at the ripe old age of 29, diving right back into the fray. To keep things interesting, I'm going to stick to buying sealed product. No trades, no singles, no easy way out. With a budget of just $50 a week, I'm going to build the best competitive deck I can, and see how it stacks up against the pros. Welcome back, everybody. We're coming off last week's major boost, courtesy of the Trainer's Toolkit, and I feel like we're finally able to go toe-to-toe with the big boys. Most of the time. The pool of really usable cards in Pokemon is so small compared to Yu-Gi-Oh!, for example, that it really only took a handful of cards to make our deck competitive with the top tier lists. I mean, seriously, just 2 more Quickballs, 2 Dedenne, and 2 Boss's Orders already bring such value to our deck, not to mention everything else we got. Really, the hard part of the show is over. All we need to do now is chase down a few more cards to round out our list. Now, I need to say that this list is definitely not going to look like the Pikarom decks you know and love. For example, I was super bummed out that I couldn't use that Zeraora GX we pulled on PTCGO, because while we may have the card in real life, digitally it's a little hard to get. But, you know, I'm taking that as a sign that we should be looking to the format ahead. Does that mean that, you know, until the end of August, we're sort of going to be fighting with one hand tied behind our back? Yes, but, you know, hey, I like a good challenge. And keeping that all in mind, I think our list of must-haves boils down to this. Tapu Koko V and Boltund V. Yeah, just 2 cards. Tapu Koko V will be one of our early game attackers at times, helping us to draw into resources and set up for Raichu plays with its free retreat, while Boltund V becomes our late game sweeper, using Pikarom's energy acceleration to deal huge damage with Bolt Storm. If I really had to think hard about it, there are also a few cards which would be nice to have, but aren't necessarily critical to our deck's success. Those would be Chaotic Swell, Crushing Hammer, and Guzma and Hala Tag Team. Chaotic Swell especially because if we're giving up on using anything that's about to rotate, without Thunder Mountain, we might as well run something to stop other Pikaroms from using their Thunder Mountain. I think we're going to have to take this deck in a bit more of a control direction, or at least try to play the longer game as opposed to taking big knockouts early on. I don't know if that's a smart way to go about it, but it's what I'm feeling right now. Don't like it? Fight me. And on that provocative note, let's crack some packs. Okay, I have a really big pack opening this week. I am crazy about trying to find a deal, and I happened to be going to visit my parents this weekend, and I remembered that there was a little comic shop in the downtown of the city they live in, and you never know what you're going to get with these places. Some of them are really wise to what's valuable in a particular TCG, but some don't really care, and so, you know, they charge what something maybe should cost. Perfect example is the Pikachu and Zekrom deck that we started this series with. I got that for 29 bucks at the comic shop right around the corner from where I live. But if I go to some other comic shops, it's upward of $60. I've seen it as high as 65, right? I can pay more than twice as much for the same deck, which is a little bit ridiculous to me. Now, my local comic shop, they always have Rebel Clash at a pretty good price. Get these each for about $4.50, which is great. But the little comic shop I went to, they actually had a 2 for 4, 2 for 5 deal on the Cosmic Eclipse packs. They even taped them together, which is a little weird. But hey, you know, there you go. For whatever reason, they taped them together. But really, this has let us get a good 10 packs together for just under 50 bucks after tax, which makes me a very happy boy. So in terms of what we're looking for today, I would really, really love to pull that Boltund V from Rebel Clash. If I never have to open up another pack of Rebel Clash, that would be great. Wouldn't be terrible either to get a third Speed Lightning Energy. That'll complete our playset. maybe an Eldegoss V as well. That couldn't hurt. And from Cosmic Eclipse, really, we don't need too much from here. I got it because I really like the set. But we could pull, I don't know, Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff. We could pull some more tag calls. Or maybe we'll just pull some shiny new dragons, which would be great as well. So let's see. Why don't we start with the Cosmic Eclipse? Gotta get rid of this tape. Oh my god. Why would you tape booster packs together? That just seems like terrible practice. Ooh. Delicious. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we can get another rainbow rare of the Naganadel and Guzzlord GX. Oh, and I failed to open that pack so beautifully. Okay, get that code card out of the way. Let's see what we got, ladies and gents. Got a Piplup, got Cosmog, Ponyta, Crabrawler, Carvana, Reversal Phantump, Mimikyu, Fighting Energy, Jolteon, Pangoro, Rapidash. Yep, that's everything. Okay, so nothing there really. Let's see what this bad boy's got here. Get that code card out of the way. Okay, we've got the Alolan Meowth, we've got Ralts, Passimian, Jangmo-o, Rowlet. Oh, look at that! A full art Gallade with, what's his name there? Wally. From the Gen 3 games, I guess? Gen 3 or Gen 4, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. That's a nice pull. Oh, we got the Groudon, which was in the, I guess, the Cosmic Eclipse theme deck, which is kind of cool. I guess I do love Groudon. Grass Energy, Kirlia, Dark-type Bisharp, Torkoal. Okay. Not bad. Not exactly useful for us, but it's pretty cool as well. Okay. Let's get cracking open these Rebel Clash then. See if we can pull our doggo. Just having a rough go of it opening these packs today, aren't I? Okay. Impidimp, Funnelby, Phantump, another Dreepy, Galarian Farfetch'd. Oh, Reverse Holo Dragapult to finally complete our, well, not place it, I guess, our evolutionary line, and yes. I will take that. I will take that. That's fantastic. It'll get us, fetch us a supporter, which is great. Another Lightning Energy, more Pico, Capacious Bucket, Horror Psychic Energy. That'll go nicely with that Dragapult. Okay, we are off to a very good start here, ladies and gentlemen. Off to a very good start. Hopefully our luck hasn't peaked there. Okay, get you out of the way. And let's see what we got here. We got Shinx, Sandygast, Roly-Coly, Stunky. We've got Clefairy, Reverse Holo Applin, Zamazenta, Grass Energy, Luxio, Dracloak for your Dragapult there. Okay. Nothing in that one. Oh, Rebel Clash. I never know how to feel about you. Okay, got Honedge, Timple, Volibee, Galarian Corsola, oh god, I always mess that one up. Toxel, Reverse Holo Luxio. Ooh! Holo Boss's Orders. Now that is a very nice pull. Those things are still going for what, 15-20 bucks, I think, online. Dark Energy, Palpitoad, Morgrim, Full Heal. Okay. That Boss's Orders was a very nice pull. We are doing okay today, ladies and gents. I mean, we had to buy like 8 packs. But still, I ain't complaining. Now, can I get my doggo? Is he hiding in this very stubborn pack? Okay, get that out of there. It's really terrible from the environment when you think about opening all those packs, but I digress. We got Voltorb, Nosepass, Wingull, Phantump, Bronzor, Reverse Holo Barboach, Magmortar, Water Energy, Sonya, Pelipper, Bronzong. Okay, nothing really in that one. Sonya's not even actually that useful of a supporter. I thought it would be at first, getting the basic energy search or the basic Pokemon, but tends to just be dead weight in the hand, I find. Which is a real shame. Get that out of the way. Okay. Galarian Mr. Mime, Snover, Pidove, Galarian Darumaka, Hatena, Reverse Hollow Milo, Sigilif for the rare, Metal Energy, Training Court, Doublade, Lombre. Okay. I don't know if the Milo is that good either, really. There was a little bit of hype about it, but I haven't seen it played once. Okay, get that out of there. Let's see what we got. Toxel, Applin, Darumaka, Funnelby, Vulpix, Reverse Hollow Capacious Bucket, and we got the doggo! We got the doggo! Oh my god, look at that beautiful pooch, as RevzCards might say. Oh, that is fantastic. That is literally all we needed to pull from this set today, and now we have it. I mean, the Eldegoss V is great too. Oh my god, this is great. Oh, I don't even care what's in the rest of the packs now. Yeah, Psychic Energy, a Nugget, Skunk Tank, more Pico. Oh, today was a good one. Today was a very good one. Okay, let's see what these last two packs have in store for us. Okay. Oh, I think did I see something there? No, I don't think there's anything in there. Toxel, Litwick, Lotad, Clefairy, another Voltorb, Reverse Hollow Galarian Berserker, Electivire, Electric Energy, Palpitoad, Capture Energy, not bad, and Chateau. Okay. It's okay. If we literally pull nothing on this next one, it's okay. We got everything we could have wanted, really. Okay, get that out of there. All right. Got Scyther, Nosepass, Wingull, Coughing, Bronzor, Reverse Hollow Milcery, Ludicolo, Fire Energy, Hatcherum, a Cursed Shovel, and Phalanx. Okay. Alrighty. So, whole lot of nothing, but these two were some godly pulls. To get them in the same episode is fantastic. This is really nice too. It'll look good in the binder, and it'll be so nice to finally be able to evolve the Dragapults that we're never going to play into the non-V version, because getting a hold of the V Max would be like $25. I am not about to drop that scratch. Also, the Hollow Boss's Orders was a really nice pickup as well, so I cannot wait to give that one a try either. Okay, well, fantastic. Let me get those bad boys into sleeves, and we're going to upgrade the deck. Okay, that was an amazing opening. Honestly, I didn't like my odds. Booster packs just suck so much, but boy, did we get off well this time. Maybe our luck will try out after this, but let's hope not. The Eldegoss V was a nice bonus too, and it is going to help us get back some key supporters, you know, and the extra boss's orders will be a nice addition as well. With Eldegoss in there, and with us running the 3, it's basically like we're running 4 copies. I do think 3 is kind of the magic number, especially because some of our other cards are still suboptimal choices for the deck. Never hurts to have that extra gusting option, basically. I'm also going to pop in 2 of the energy spinners from the trainer's toolkit that we got last week, just to help get those lightning energy into play for our new doggo. And you know, if you get one the first turn, it's a great way to thin out the deck as well. And you know, with that all done, we've got our new lineup here, and you know, let's see how we fare with it. Game 1, we start out a little poorly, needing to take a mulligan right off the bat, but we managed to draw into a pretty good hand and get a Jirachi in the active. I see that my opponent is running a dark deck, and I'm willing to bet that it's basically a Dark Box and not Obstagoon or anything like that. They've got a Zoroark and Greninja tag team on the bench, and I know that it, like Boltund, can hit really hard if my opponent gets a lot of energy into play. My objective here is to get a full blitz going as fast as possible, and then get Boltund in to clear out the high price targets. I'm glad to have the energy spinner in hand because I can use it to draw out 3 more energies from my deck, thinning it out for my searches and draws down the road. I don't really get anything off the Jirachi, so I decided to toss everything with the Professor's Research, and thankfully, my fresh set of 7 cards gives me some good options to work with. I'm able to get Pikarom and Raichu on the board, and with a Dedenne in hand, we're ready to rock and roll next turn. Weavile GX comes down, and our opponent searches for an Agonadel, so now I know they're going all in on the Zoroark and Greninja strategy. They smack Pikarom for 120, which immediately puts me on a timer. I immediately pivot and start powering up Raichu and drawing into Boltund V. I know that this is now going to come down to me buying time with Tandem Shocks, just long enough for Boltund to come flying in and hitting with some big Bolt Storms. I get off my first Tandem Shock, which puts the opposing tag team in serious trouble, and for once, my opponent doesn't have a switch. And I know they don't because they start using Weavile GX to evacuate energy from the active. I decide to burn my GX attack to take out the Zoroark and Greninja while putting Boltund into the active for next turn. My opponent makes the pivot to Dark Ryan Umbreon GX, and then they use Great Catcher to gust up Pikarom and take it out. I do a bit of dancing around before swinging in with another Tandem Shock, and my opponent, on their turn, actually whiffs the switch. Again, which means that I'm able to bring in Boltund to deal the killing blow. So, game 2, I got tilted. I usually try to play things out, even if I'm dealt a bad hand or it's a bad matchup, like even against fighting decks, which at this point I know is basically an auto loss. But boy, I have a really low tolerance for bullshit. Like Butterfree from Rebel Clash, for example. That thing is just too annoying and too good. Another card I absolutely despise is Gengar and Mimikyu GX. I don't like cards that break the game. ADP, while being cool from a fan service POV, is horrible for the game because its GX attack literally changes the rules in your opponent's favor. And for a pretty low cost, it's what, a metal energy and a water energy? Gengar and Mimikyu GX literally locks you out of playing anything for one turn for the cost of a single psychic energy. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but it is. Item locking is ugly as it is, but this GX attack is absolutely unfair trash. If you play this card, get bent. Game 3 made up for the BS of Game 2 by pitting me against my favorite card in the whole game, Reshiram Zekrom Tag Team GX. I love this card, and while playing against it was an intimidating prospect to say the least, I knew that the deck isn't quite as consistent as Pikarom or Dragapult, so, you know, there's a window here for me to win. I can tell my opponent isn't messing around because pretty quickly they establish a board of 2 Reshirams, a Rayquaza GX, and a Zeraora GX in their first turn. Me? I've really got to dig for it. I eventually managed to get a Boltund V on board, but, you know, by turn 2, I still can't attack. Thankfully, they kind of whiffed the welder, so we're basically spared for another turn. I decide to play a little dirty and grab a boss's orders to force out a Reshiram without any energy on it. Like, as much as possible, I need to put my opponent into an awkward position where they need to attach the 2 different types of energy to the active, while also attaching to the bench to fuel their main attack. This is made difficult because while you have Welder to accelerate the fire energy, Reshiram's main attack takes 1 lightning and 1 fire, and if you whiff that lightning attachment for the turn, it's not happening. Now, on my part, I can also start applying pressure by swinging in with Boltund, threatening increasing damage if, you know, my opponent isn't able to wipe it out. Although, where I am at now, I'm not going to be able to get a 2KO on any of the Reshiroms. End's Resolve comes down and powers up their benched Reshiram like crazy. They get something like 4 energies in one go. Now they can straight up delete anything on my side of the field. I use Jirachi and a professor's research to see some new cards, and decide to bring Boltund back in just to soften up the Reshiram enough for Pikarom to take it out after. My opponent welders onto the active, just so that they can switch in their supercharged Reshiram on the bench, but that means they don't have enough energy on the bench to take out my Boltund in a single hit. They instead use Crossbreak GX to smack my Eldegoss V, which is a bit of a misplay because they could have taken out my Dedenne and thus taken 2 prizes, which might have gotten them the energy they needed for Fabled Flare Bolts. Either way, because they realize that they messed up or that they won't be able to charge up enough energy before I really get rolling, they concede before I can even finish my turn. And so concludes another week of Pokemon Sealed Only. Some really stellar pulls and a very fun game at the end there really made my day. Yep, I know that things aren't always going to be this way because booster packs are terrible and because our deck still has a long way to go, but you know, the journey so far has been fantastic. Oh, one more thing guys before I go. I just want to give you a heads up for next week. There probably won't be an episode of Pokemon Sealed Only because I'm entering kind of a perfect storm between things happening at work and some family obligations. So I don't think I'm going to have the time. I'm going to record the pack opening and some games, but I'm just not going to have the time to edit. But that said, I will be back the week after and we'll keep rocking and rolling from there. So until then, take it easy.